manage their time. Time management is the common feature of all successful individuals. And we would like to be a successful individuals. All of us would like to be successful. And therefore, one of the criteria for successful individual is management of time. Say, we have to answer the first question. What is time? It's very difficult to give the answer. It's difficult to give a comprehensive answer for the question, what is time? There are many things like that. So if I ask you a question, what is management? It is difficult to give a comprehensive definition of the term management. If there are 50 participants, there will be 51 definitions of the term management. Likewise, money, what is money? Okay. Yeah, we cannot give a comprehensive definition of the term money. And Professor Walker says, money is what money does. Likewise, management is what managers do. Therefore, there are many concepts or many things for which we cannot give a comprehensive definition. However, we can say time is a resource. Time is a resource. Time is scarcest resource, which is irreversible and irreplaceable. Time is a resource which is irreplaceable and irreversible. Say during certain phase of our life, we may lose health, but we can get back our health. We may lose wealth. Again, over a period of time, we may get back our wealth, which is lost. But as far as time is concerned, it is not. It is irreversible. A second lost in our life is lost forever. Okay? And time is a resource which is most neglected. Okay? Say, for example, I give you an example of train. A train wherein 2,000 passengers are traveling arrives half an hour late. What is the loss? Okay, the driver doesn't know that he is putting the economy into a big loss. Say half an hour into 2,000 people, we will have 1,000 man hours lost. If a train arrives late by half an hour, which is carrying 2,000 people, 1,000 man hours are wasted. That means the driver doesn't know. Or we promise, tomorrow I will meet you at 8 o'clock. We may come at 8, 9, okay, or in the morning we say, and we don't keep up our time. That means time is a resource. It's most neglected resource, and time is taken for granted. Time is taken for granted. We behave as if we are going to live eternally. And time, I said time is a resource. In economics, we say factors of production are 4. Land, labor, capital, and organization. But somehow we have not considered time as a resource. Without time, nothing is possible. We cannot achieve anything in 0 time. Therefore, time is a part of everything that we do. It is a scarcest resource, irreversible resource, and inevitable resource. Okay. And time is an opportunity. Say, whatever, every second in our life is an opportunity. 2 things are common for all of us. For all of us, 2 things are common. One is the time and other one is the choice. All of us have got 24 hours and all of us have got choice, and our future, our success depends on our choices. Okay. Therefore, time is an opportunity, and the same time can be used for multiple purposes. Okay. All of you are attending the course. Otherwise, you would have done something. Okay. Instead of doing something else, you are attending the course. Likewise, say the same time can be used for reading, working something. Say you can play. We can apply or we can use this time for multiple purposes. Therefore, it has got an opportunity cost. Time is an opportunity and it has got an opportunity cost. What is the cost of attending this orientation program? Say, whatever that you would have done otherwise is the cost of attending this program. That means everything has a cost. Time has got opportunity cost. And time, we say time is life. Whenever we say X lived for 75 years, I am say 70 years, something like that. That means we refer the life with the time. That means, see, I mean, time is life. All events happened, all events happening, and all events that are going to happen will have a time reference. Okay. History is taught with time reference. Or attending this program, the program has got a time schedule. You know when it starts and when it ends. That means there is a time lag between the opening and the closure of this orientation program. Okay. Therefore, time is life. And time tells the commentary of the evolution of Earth. So whatever we discuss or whatever we do will have a time reference. Okay. Say for example, social reformer Basavanna lived in 12th century. Okay. Say we got our independence on 15th August 1947, or whatever we talk will have a time reference. Time is life, time is opportunity, time is a resource. Coming to the characteristics of time, time is totally perishable. Time is totally perishable. Say for example, you have 100 rupees in your pocket. This 100 rupees will be with you until you spend that 100 rupees. But as far as time is concerned, it is not so. Time passes away, whether you use it or not, time passes. That means it is perishable. If you don't use the time, time will go away. You cannot use that time again. Okay, you cannot store the time and use it at a later date. Then supply of time is continuous. Supply of time is continuous. We get the time second by second, whether you like it or not, whether you use it or not, whether you recognize it or not, we get the time second by second, and its supply is continuous. And time is the only resource which is equally distributed among all living and non-living beings. Okay. First is time is perishable. Second, we cannot store up the time and use it later. Third, time supply of time is continuous. Fourth, it is the only resource which is equally distributed among all living and non-living beings, whether he is rich or a poor, or whether it is animal or a human being. All of us have got 24 hours, and it is the inevitable input of whatever we do. Time is the inevitable input of whatever we do, and it is the unit of measurement. Time is the unit of measurement. Say a teacher works for 16 hours a week. Our office hours are from 10 o'clock to 5:30. Our workers in a factory work for 8 hours. Or we get our salary once in a month. Or workers get overtime payment on the basis of time. So that means, time is a unit of measurement. We try to measure everything with the help of the time, how many hours we work on all those things. Okay. Then these are the characteristic features of time. What is time management? Time management is the process of organizing and planning how to divide the time between specific activities. It is planning and dividing the time between specific activities. Okay, we do many activities on a day or on any day. Okay, and how do we distribute? How do we plan and distribute, or how do we use the time for all the activities is the time management. And time management is very essential to realize the dream of becoming successful in life. Okay, we have to use the time effectively. We have to use the time efficiently. And to use the time effectively and efficiently, we need to plan. That is time management. And good time management enables us to work smarter so that we do more work in less time. If you plan as to how to do the different jobs or different activities, we can do more activities or we can do more work in less time. And failing to manage our time damages our effectiveness and causes stress. Okay, if you don't manage your time in the long run, it causes stress. First of all, we lose our effectiveness. Secondly, it causes stress leading to physical, mental, and emotional issues, because so much of pending work is pending, and therefore it causes stress. Okay, mental stress, physical stress, and it leads to emotional issues. And so, say here I would like to quote a statement made by a person, that is, time wasted is existence and time used is life. Time wasted is existence and time used is life. Paradoxically, to save the time, we have to use the time. We have to spend the time, or we have to use the time. Okay. I think you have heard, say, money saved is money earned. Electricity saved is electricity generated. In the same way, again, I mean, to save the time, we have to spend the time, or we have to utilize the time. And the discussions that take place for next few minutes will help us to develop a new personal sense of time. Say the discussions that take place next few minutes will help us to identify, or will help us to develop a new personal sense of time. What is my time? It looks very odd. It looks very, peculiar. Say all the 24 hours is yours. All the 24 hours is mine. Then what is this personal sense of time? Okay. Yes, I mean, we play different roles every day. You are a father, you are a mother, you are a brother, you are a son or a daughter, say a husband or wife, you are we play different roles. And how do we, you spend all the time for all these activities. But what is your time? What is your personal sense of time? This personal, your time, what I mean by your time is, say that the time used for your growth, time used, spent for your development. What is that? How much time is available for you to develop your own self? That is personal sense of time. And it also helps us to analyze where and how we are spending time. Okay. And to make use of the time effectively. Okay. The discussions that take place a few minutes from now will help us to develop personal sense of time, and to know how are we spending time and how to use the time effectively. And many a time we listen to people saying, had I got some more time, I would have done that. Especially at the time of retirement, we hear such statements. I mean, had I got some more time, I would have done that, or I would have done this, I would have achieved that. Or a student might say, after coming out of the examination hall, students might tell, say, had I got 5 more minutes, I would have answered one more question. Had I got 10 more minutes, I would have answered one more question. That means this only tells that they have not planned their life. They have not planned their time, especially time. Okay. Yes. And when I say, whenever we talk of time, we should note that only human beings experience time. Only human beings experience time, or they know, or they understand the importance of time. And over a period of time, most of the inventions of man are aimed at utilizing the time in a better way, or they are aimed at saving the time. I mean, we have seen many inventions have taken place over a period of time, and all these inventions have the objective of saving time. For example, we use machines, we use vehicles. Instead of, say, walking, you go by your own vehicle to the college. That means you save the time. You are using the vehicle and you are saving the time. Or you have gas, electricity, cookers, ovens, washing machines, dishwashers, refrigerators at home, which save your time. During the earlier period, women used to work all the day, throughout the day in the kitchen. But now it's not so. Because of the gadgets, because of the inventions, you save a lot of time and you have time for work. Otherwise, you would not have gone for work. Okay. Yes, all inventions are aimed at utilizing the time in a better way, or saving the time. And all our activities are time bound. Our daily routine is time bound. We get up at a particular time, We get ready at a particular time. We go to the college at a particular time. We come back. So all these, okay. All our activities are initiated, directed, and controlled by time. At what time you should go to the department, college? At what time you have to take the class? At what time you have the lunch? Everything is controlled and directed by the time. But there are many science professors here, and Einstein's theory of relativity. Einstein's theory of relativity. Okay, although we know that each hour has 60 seconds, and each hour has 60 minutes, and each minute has 60 seconds. We experience time in different ways. Our experience of time is different under different circumstances. Time is slow. Time is slow when we are waiting. When we are waiting for a person, when we are waiting for something, time moves very slowly. Time is fast when we are late. Time moves very fast. It is our experience. Okay, we feel like that. Okay, when we are late, time moves fast. Time is short when we are happy. Time is endless when we are in pain. Time is long when we are bored. And each time is determined by our feelings and physiological conditions and not by clocks. Our emotions, feelings determine the time. Sometimes we feel that time is moving very fast. Sometimes we feel that time is not at all moving. Based on the movement of time is experienced differently at different points of time. Arnold Bennett is the first person to write a book on time management. He wrote a book on time management in 1907, and the title of the book was How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. Arnold Bennett, in the year 1907, wrote a book on time management titled How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. And in his book, he says that philosophers have explained space but not time. Yes, philosophers have explained space but not time, and time is the inevitable raw material of everything. I've already told you in the beginning itself. Say we cannot do anything, we cannot perform anything, we cannot achieve anything in zero time. Time is an essential, inevitable input of whatever we do. Okay, and with it, all is possible, and without it, nothing is possible. And Arnold Bennett says distribution of time is highly democratic. Arnold Bennett says distribution of time is highly democratic. That means there is no aristocracy of wealth and aristocracy of intellect. That means no rich person is given extra time. No rich person will have 25 hours a day, or most intelligent man will not have 25 hours a day. Or whether he's a poor, rich or poor, intelligent or dullard, or whatever he is, he will have 24 hours a day. That means the distribution of time is highly democratic, and there is no punishment for not utilizing or for wasting the time. Okay, nobody will tell this man is a fool, he is not utilizing the time, therefore cut off the supply of time to him. No superior or no mysterious power will say that to advise to cut off the time. Even if you do not use the time, or even if you waste the time, yes, time will come to you minute by second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, and we can only waste the passing time. Okay, we can only waste the passing time. The future time is kept intact for you. The future time, next day, is intact for you. You cannot make use of the next day today itself. Okay, and we cannot draw on the future, and we cannot get into debt, because say many a time we commit our future income and get into a debt. Say as soon as you get a job, what we do is we take our payslip and go to the bank and borrow something. That means we are committing our future income. Likewise, we cannot commit our future time. The next hour is intact. The next hour is waiting for you. You cannot use the next hour. You can use the next hour only during the next hour. Like that. Okay. Therefore, say we cannot get into debt as far as time is concerned. Okay, and we have to live on these 24 hours of daily time. We have to gain our health, wealth, money, content, respect, and evolution of immortal soul with its right use. The right use of the time or its most effective use is a matter of highest urgency and of most thrilling activity. And because everything depends on how we use our time, our future, our progress, our development, our achievement, everything depends on how we use our time. Therefore, utilization of time rightfully is an urgent matter and very essential for all of us. Yes, all of us have got 24 hours and all of us feel that we are utilizing the time effectively. All of us feel that we are utilizing the time effectively. But say there are, and we would like to use the time effectively, but we have certain common problems. Okay, there are certain common problems that we face or that come in the way of utilizing the time effectively. What are the common problems that we face while using the time effectively? First problem is the procrastination. Procrastination is often the voice of people who like to consider their work rather than actually doing it. That means postponing. We believe in postponing the work. Okay. And it means that we keep on pending the work. Keep the work pending, or we keep the work pending by postponing it. Yes, let me do it tomorrow. Let me do it next week. There is still time. Why to do now? Okay. Like that. Everyone thinks like that. And the result is simply we store the work for ourselves without doing anything. All human beings believe in procrastination, that is postponing. Okay. And say, yeah, there are 46 participants. And how many of you have already submitted your IT returns? Okay. IT returns are supposed to be filed, or you can file IT return in the month of April, from the month of April only. How many of you have submitted your IT returns? Hope none of you, because we think that still there is time. Oh, even we can do it in the month of June or July. Why to submit our IT returns now? Okay, that means we have not, filed our IT return so far. That means we postpone. Okay, or say you give some assignment to your students and tell that yes, you have to submit the assignment on 25th of May. When do they write their assignments? On 24th night. Okay. Therefore, say they do postpone. Okay, we are like that. Okay. Say, when do our students prepare for the examination? Not from the beginning of the semester. Only at the end of the semester, say for 15 days they read and write the examination. That means they postpone their work. They postpone their reading. Okay. And it is human nature to postpone the work because we believe in pleasure principle. All human beings believe in pleasure principle. Okay, I think psychology professors know about Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud is called the father of psychology, and he has given us a theory. Theory called a psychoanalytic theory, wherein he says that our mind has got three structures: id, ego, and superego. Id is the foundation of personality, and say id is most basic to our personality, which believes in it is childish, it is irrational, it is destroying, it is pleasure seeking, it is greedy. That means all of us have got this id. We are greedy, we are selfish, we believe in postponing the work. Postponement of work is number one common problem all of us face. Okay, and procrastination is number one time waster. Okay, it is a thief. We call it procrastination is the thief of time because we believe in postponement and we pile up our work. Ultimately, we experience stress. This is what all of us do. That is, procrastination is number one problem faced by all of us. And why do people procrastinate or why do people postpone? Say there are many reasons. First reason is waiting for good time. Okay. Yeah, today is Friday. Friday is not a good day. I will start the work from Monday. Or today, say, the time is not good. Okay, it is, say, now it is Rahu Kal. I will start the work in the afternoon or in the evening or tomorrow. Tomorrow is a precious day, something like that. Okay, we wait for good time. Sometimes we rely on our mood. No, I am not in a mood to start the work. Let me start the work whenever I have got a mood. Okay. Yes, that's another reason why people procrastinate. Then feeling the work is very easy. Oh, this work is very easy. I can do it in half an hour. Okay, let me do it tomorrow. Doesn't matter. Okay. Or say we keep on doing unimportant tasks and forget about the important tasks to be done. We just keep on postponing the important works and we are busy in performing unimportant works. Or sometimes when the job is unpleasant, we keep on postponing the work. Okay, yes, let me do it tomorrow, let me do it next week because the job is unattractive. Okay, or sometimes we feel that yes, this job has to be done perfectly. Oh, this can be done only during holiday. Yes, so this work, I am going to do this work during summer holidays or during winter holidays. Something like that. Say we want the work to be done perfectly. Or sometimes we lack decision-making skills. We lack, I say, when to do, what to do, how to do. We are unable to decide and therefore we keep on postponing the work or underestimating the importance of the job. Yeah, this is even though it is an important job, we consider it as not so important and keep on postponing the job. Okay, or we keep on saying yes to unimportant jobs, and we go on doing unimportant tasks. Okay, and these are the reasons, and the result is waste of time. We miss many opportunities. Our performance declines and our stress increases. Okay, postponement or procrastination is number one problem which all of us face. The second problem is poor delegation. All of us have got 24 hours. All of us have got two hands. All of us have got one brain. That means we have a limit to do our work. Okay, we have only 24 hours a day. We have only two hands, one brain. Okay, then how to do? There is a limitation or there is a limit for the work which we can do. How can we do more work? We can do more work only by delegating the work. Okay, we should not do, delegation is the key. See, we should not do all the work. We should delegate the work and manage others work for us. Okay, we have to distribute the work. We have to manage that others work for us. That is delegation. We have to delegate our work. Okay, and this is management. Management is the art of getting things done through others. Okay, yes, we have to delegate as far as possible. Delegate the work to others. Okay, divide the work into simple, complicated, routine, not so important. Okay, and assign the routine and not important tasks. Don't do all the jobs. If you consider some job as not important, yes, delegate it. Ask others to do it. Or if you feel that some job is routine, then assign that work to some other fellow. You need not have to, you have to concentrate your time on only doing important tasks or the tasks which only you can do. Other works can be delegated. Okay, and whenever you delegate the work, yes, provide necessary authority, necessary accountability, necessary freedom to carry out the work. This is how we can do more work. Say how the principal of your college does the work. Okay, yes, in your college, at least there are at least there will be 20 committees, more than 20 committees: admission committee, library committee, sports committee, cultural committee, say not harassment committee, anti-harassment committee. Say like that. You have say more n number of committees. Okay, and is it possible for the principal to carry out all the functions by himself? No, he will form committees and he will be the chairperson of all the work. Yes, a sports committee will carry on the sports activities. Cultural committee will carry on the cultural activities. And only all the, principal will get the reports of all these committees and try to manage the work. Okay. This is how we, even at the personal level, we can assign some of our routine and not important work to others, and you can use that time for doing a better or important work. And even by delegating, we can also, it helps to develop the subordinates. Okay, by delegating work to others, even others will get experience of doing the work. But the problem is, say, most of us do not delegate. Most of us do not delegate because we think it is risky. I have to do the job. I don't know whether that fellow does the job well or not. Okay. So we don't believe, or we don't have the positive attitude. We will always think negatively. Yes, if he does something wrong, okay, what happens? Ultimately, I am responsible. Okay. Therefore, or sometimes I enjoy doing things. When I enjoy doing things, I don't delegate. Okay. Yes, it is risky, or I may enjoy doing things, or we may think that we would like to be on the top of everything. If he does the job, he will get the credit. I won't get the credit. And because I want to get the credit, I would like to do the job on my own. I don't delegate. So these are all the problems in delegation. Okay. Second problem, common problem that we face is the poor delegation. Then the third problem is bad habits. When I say bad habits, actually these are not appear to be bad habits. Okay. These are the habits which we don't think that they are bad. Say, for example, thinking negatively. Okay. Negative thinking spoils our time. It wastes our time. Okay. Or say gossiping. Yes, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go for a walk along with your friends. Yes, it's good. And what you do while going for a walk or while walking, you discuss something, say maybe politics, okay, or some current events. Yes, you come back from the walk and go get ready and go to the college, sit in the staff room. Again, you discuss the same thing with other colleagues. From morning till evening, the same issues are being discussed with different people. Okay. Say how far it is useful, how far these gossiping or this gossiping is useful. Okay. Say it's not, I would say simply we are unknowingly, we are wasting our time. Okay. Whether X rules the country or Y rules the country, or whether X team wins the match or Y team wins the match. What is the benefit for you? Okay, there is nothing. And simply we discuss, we take sides and we argue, we quarrel, we discuss, we gossip, and say we waste the time. Simply we waste the time by thinking negatively or by gossiping, okay? Or, seeing the TV for long hours. That's again, I call it a bad habit, okay? Most of us are addicted to TV, or addicted to TV serials, I should say. We plan our activities in such a way, either we should do before the serial starts or after the serial ends. Or I would say we are interested in seeing the serial, even if you have some guests while seeing the serials, we get angry. Why do these people are coming when I am seeing the serial, when I am very seriously seeing the serial? Okay. This is what we think. Okay. And what do we learn from these serials? Okay, in a half an hour's serial, say first 5 minutes advertisement, then recap, then advertisement, then say assume that there are 10 characters. Assume that there are 10 characters in a serial and one character speaks. When one character speaks, the director will show the reaction of all the 9 other characters. And what is the reaction of all these 9 characters? One will raise head and one will lower its head. One will say something like that. One some action. Okay. And nothing to learn from these. Okay. Simply we are wasting our time by seeing the TV for long hours. Not only TV nowadays, even seeing the mobile. we are addicted to mobile. Okay. Yes, we just go on seeing the reels. When you start seeing the reels, yes, time flies. I should say, not passes. Time flies. We don't know how much time we are spending on seeing the reels. What do we learn from seeing these reels? Or even otherwise, okay, we have the bad habit of, say, you don't use the mobile, you keep the mobile and you start reading or doing some work, and say the mobile makes a sound. Whenever you get a video or a message, it makes a sound. Immediately you pick up the mobile and try to see what the message you have received, or what is the video that you have received, and you go on replying to those messages or videos unnecessarily. We are wasting our time. That's a we are addicted to mobile, we are addicted to TV. Okay. And these are bad habits, I would say. At the outset, it doesn't seem to be a bad habit, but it really is a bad habit. Okay. And say we resist the change. Okay. Whenever principal asks to teach a new subject, we don't accept. We quarrel with the principal. We resist the change. Okay, that's a bad habit. Okay, we don't consider that it is an opportunity to learn a new subject, but we want to teach the same subject throughout our service. Okay, and we try to be defensive. Okay, or we try to make rash decisions. All these are bad habits. Then fourth common problem is the disorder and indiscipline. Okay. Everything has a place and everything is in its place. Everything has a place and everything is in its place. That means we have to specify the places where we keep our things. Okay. Say, for example, mobile. Okay. Wherever you say, you keep the mobile, there is no specific place for you to keep the mobile. Wherever you are, you leave the mobile. And whenever you want the mobile, you go on searching for, you search the entire house. You keep the umbrella somewhere, and when it starts raining, you go on you search the umbrella. You keep the candle somewhere, and when the current goes, then you go on searching for the candle, matchbox. So that's what I mean. There's indiscipline or disorder. Okay, you don't have any order at all. Okay, that cause or that wastes our time. We waste our time in searching for these things. Okay, and we also believe in eating junk food. Eating junk food is, again, it creates so many problems. Okay, or no discipline in eating habits. On some day you take breakfast at morning 8 o'clock. On some other day you take morning breakfast at 11 o'clock. On some day you take the night food or supper at 8 o'clock. On some other day you take the supper at 11 o'clock. Say such indiscipline will lead to, bad health. Okay, we are destroying our health. When we don't have the health, we cannot do the work properly. Okay, there should be an order. There should be discipline in our life. Okay, every day you have to take, breakfast at a specific period, plus or minus 15 minutes or plus or minus 30 minutes. Okay, at between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, you have to have your lunch, and evening, when I say like that, okay, we have to have some sort of discipline. Otherwise, these things will spoil our health. Then fifth common problem is failing to manage distractions. We experience distractions. You get a phone call. When you want to work or when you are working, you get a phone call. And you take the phone call and you start talking to your friend hours together, forgetting your work. Okay, you don't manage. Okay, when phone call is a distraction and you don't manage that distraction. Okay, or calling, prolonged meetings. You attend the meeting and the meeting goes on for hours together. Okay, the principal calls for a meeting and he goes on narrating his achievements. Only at the end, he takes up the agenda. Okay, you can always remind the principal, sir, we will discuss the agenda. No, we don't say. We don't have the guts to say, sir, we will concentrate on the agenda. Simply, you listen to the achievements, so-called achievements of your principal. wasting your time. That means we do not know how to manage the distractions. Okay. Or say you finish the class and go for coffee and come back and sit in your staff room. Say you are sitting in the classroom. One of your colleagues come and invites you for a coffee. Then you accompany your colleague and go to the canteen and have the coffee once again. Again, after coming back, another colleague invites you. You go to the canteen and have tea. Okay. So, I mean, you don't manage that. It's a distraction. Why don't you say, sir, I had coffee just now. Okay, please excuse me. We don't say like that. We accompany all the colleagues and spend our time. Our time is wasted. Okay, we are not bothered about those things. That means we we fail to manage the distractions. Then the last common problem is the mental blocks. When I say mental blocks, we will have many honest but wrong beliefs. Okay. Say, for example, we label ourselves as dullards, or we say, I cannot do this, or I don't know that. Say, all these are mental blocks. There is nothing which you cannot do. Okay. Yes, you can do lot many works, but we don't say, and sometimes we go on blaming the fate. Yes, we postpone the work and we will have a lot of work and we are unable to do the work, and ultimately we blame our fate, or we blame our luck, we blame the God, and we put blame on all others, excepting putting the blame on yourself. You don't question yourself, but you question the entire world. Okay, that is the mental block. Okay, all these are the common problems we face every day. Okay, without our knowledge, we waste our time. We are unable to manage our time. Okay, then how to make use of the time in a better way? How to make use of the time in a better way? The first is by developing a personal sense of time. What is my time? My time is the time for my development, my growth. Okay, and what is my time? You may have 24 hours. If you are spending 24 hours for all others, how do you, develop? How do you grow? Okay. Yes, therefore, we have to develop personal sense of time. And all of us feel that, most of us believe that we are spending the time judiciously, but we have to go for a time audit. Okay. The principle of time audit. We have to audit the time. How are we spending the time? Okay. What are the different roles I play each day? How much time, or what are the different activities, I should say, what are the different activities that I am going to perform every day? How much time I am spending on each activity? Whether I am spending more time or less time, whether I am spending more time on unimportant tasks, or whether I am not giving more time for important tasks. That is time audit. Recording after each hour. How are we spending our time? Go on recording. How did you spend your time? At least, not even if it is not, if you cannot record it by hour, at least in the evening you can sit and write down at what time you got up, what are the different activities you did, and how much time you spent on each activity, whether these the activities were useful or not. Okay, so what are the important activities, how much time I have spent on each activity. Okay, if you do, or if you go for a time audit, we understand how are we spending our time. Are we spending much of our time on important tasks or performing important roles, or sometimes unknowingly we are spending more time on unimportant tasks. Okay, you can cut down the spending of time on such activities. Okay, the time audit will help us to know how are we spending, whether we are spending the time usefully, effectively, systematically. Okay, yes, after doing the time audit, say the next thing is we have to first thing that we are supposed to do is the identifying the long term goals. Identifying the long term goals. Say all of you have got 30 plus years of service. All of you have got 30 plus years of service, and what you would like to be at the time of retirement. Okay, you should think it now. You should plan it now only. Okay, yes, what I should be at the time of retirement. And all of you should think that I should be different from the rest of my colleagues. I should achieve something in my teaching job. Okay, I would say sky is the limit. Say, sky is the limit to for achievement. Okay. Yes, I mean you may have the plan of doing PhD, or many of you might have done already done the PhD, or you have the plans of writing books, or you may have the habit of writing articles like that. I mean, just you have to have a long term goal. What I should be at the time of retirement. It's like viewing the low lying areas from a hilltop. If you go to a hilltop and see around, yes, you see many areas. Okay, vast area. Okay, sitting here, you should imagine what should I be at the time of retirement. Okay, I should be different. How are winners distinguished from losers? I should be a winner. To win this game, what should I do? On which activities I should concentrate? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Okay. Yes, I mean, some people are good at writing. Yes, you can write articles, you can write books, you can write so many things on social issues, on general issues. Okay. Yes, I mean, you have to think what is my strength and what is my weakness. Yes, make use of the strength and try to build your own career in a successful way. Okay. And goal setting, what I should be. You have the plan and you have a goal. After deciding the goal, our goal setting will give us a meaning to the life and work, because all our activities are concentrated or focused in achieving our goal or in accomplishing the goal, and goals will direct our efforts in achieving them. Okay, and goals are the parameters to measure our performance. Okay, and goals make us conscious about time and work. When you have a goal, automatically you become conscious of achieving that goal. Okay, yes, you frame or you plan something. Yes, I should be like this at the time of retirement. Yes, if I should be like that, then what should I do? Now, I mean, you have to have you have to identify long term goals, and then you have to have, or you have to prepare middle term plans. Okay, you have 30 years of service. What should I be at the end of 30 years? Yes, you have a clear idea. Then to achieve that goal, what should I do? Yes, I mean, for the coming 5 years, what should I do to achieve my long term goal? Yes, then what should my achievement at the end of this academic year? Okay, at the end of 5th year, I should achieve this much. Yes, to achieve that much, what should I do in about a year's time? Then what should I do for this semester? Okay, I have got 6 months. Okay, what should I do for my 6 months period? Okay, like that, you have to come down, and ultimately you have to come down to the day. Yes, how should I spend my next day, tomorrow? What are the activities I'm supposed to do? What should I do tomorrow? Planning the day. Okay. Yes, planning to how to utilize the time of the day is very important. Okay, planning should be done on the previous night or previous evening, and make a list of works to be done and time required. Yes, make a list of the works to be done and the time that is required for each work. Okay, and let your plans be flexible. Okay, yes, say you also provide, if some work takes 1 hour, you also provide some flexible timings. Okay, waiting time, or say meeting is for 1 hour, meeting may take place for 2 hours. You provide for all such contingencies, have alternatives. Okay, if the meeting is over by 1 hour, what should I do? If the meeting is over by 2 hours, if it takes 2 hours, how should I adjust my work? Like that, let your plan be flexible and evaluate the performance at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you have to evaluate what was my plan, how many things I have done, why I could not do so many other activities. Yes, evaluate your performance at the end of each day. Okay, I have seen, okay, even say I travel quite a lot, and I've seen people while traveling, they do some work. I have seen some techies preparing the reports or writing writing something. So they do work on their computers or something like that. Okay, even in Bombay, when I used to travel from one place to another place, I've seen, ladies after, from going back from their work to home, they used to cut their vegetables sitting in the train. They don't want to waste even the travel time. Travel time is being used for cutting the vegetables, or some women knit their sweaters, etc., etc. Okay, that means they don't want to waste their time. Then fourth is learn to say no. You have to learn to say no. Otherwise, we will become merely the servant to the priorities of others. I was giving you the example of your colleague inviting you for a coffee. Say, just now I had the coffee. Please excuse me. You save your time. Okay, learn to say no. Otherwise, you become merely the servant of, say, your colleague wants to drink the coffee and you simply accompany him, wasting your time. Okay, yes, learn to say no. Even, delegation. I was also I was telling you about the delegation. Okay, delegate the routine and not so important work so that you can do more work. Think positively, have confidence, believe in people, give them freedom, direct them in a proper way, but delegate. Ultimately, just delegate the work. Don't do all the work. Okay. Yes, I think I don't know whether you have heard the name of Branson, Richard Branson. Richard Branson is the CEO of Virgin Group of Companies, USA. Of course, in India, we don't get the products of Virgin Group of Companies. He is the CEO of Virgin Group of Companies. He manages 400 companies. Richard Branson manages 400 companies. How he manages? Only by delegation. He cannot manage all the 400 companies. Yes, he appoints people and only supervises how these companies work. Ratan Tata used to answer 200 letters a day. He used to answer on an average 200 letters a day. How it is possible? Only through delegation. Okay. Yes, he will have many assistants who write down the replies and just he would sign. He would ask, he would give only the hints. Yes, this is, say yes, so say no, or he used to direct his assistants, and accordingly they used to type the letters and bring to him. He used to sign the letters. Okay. Yes, delegation is the key to do more work. Say Ambanis were very, like us 50 years back. During 1970s, Dhirubhai Ambani was an ordinary man working in a petrol bunk. But after 50 years, his sons are the richest persons in the country. How did they become richest? Yes, only by getting the things done through others. Appoint people, make them work for you, and you become rich. You achieve something. You do great things. This is, through delegation. We can do more work only through delegation. Okay. And making the next is making best use of our best time. Making best use of our best time. The quality of time matters. Yes, we have 24 hours, but all the 24 hours is not quality time. We can know what is our quality time. Sometimes we are highly enthusiastic and sometimes we are not so enthusiastic to do the work. Some people are enthusiastic. Say you might have seen, say while you were when you were a student, you would have observed some students get up early in the morning and read. Some students read in the late night. They go to bed at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the night. It is their habit, okay? They prefer to work late nights. Some students prefer to work early in the morning because they think that it is their quality time. It is their best time. Find out your best time. Maybe in the early in the morning, maybe in the evening, or maybe late night, okay? You analyze your quality time and you do the most important work during your quality time, best quality time. Okay. The same job, the same job may take 10 minutes or the same job may take 1 hour. If you are not interested, or if your quality of time is poor, you may take 1 hour. If the quality is best, If your time quality is best, you may do it within 10 minutes. That means quality of time matters. You analyze what is the best quality time. So I think you have heard the name Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie, who writes detective stories. Agatha Christie writes detective stories, and she used to think while she was washing dishes. While she was washing dishes, she used to think how to give a turn to my story. Said, I mean, detective stories will have many turns. Every page will have a turn. Okay. And she used to think while washing utensils. Okay, that's her best time. Okay, or sometimes it so happens, say you work on a problem, you take up a problem, you go on working, you don't get the solution. Yes, if you don't get the solution, yes, just leave the work like that for a day or two. Ultimately, you will get the answer. Again, you try, you get the answer. Okay. Say, there are many science teachers here. You might be, or you know that. Say, I mean, I don't know the name of the chemist. Okay. Say, I mean, every chemical has got a structure. Every chemical has got a structure. And he wanted to give a structure for the chemical benzene. He thought and thought, but he could not arrive at the structure. He slept. And in his dream, he got the solution. He got a dream wherein a snake biting its own tail. Immediately he got up and gave the structure, hexagon structure for the chemical
His name is
benzene.
Kekule, sir.
I think,
Kekule, sir.
pardon?
Kekule, sir.
Kekule. Okay. Yes. Thank you. I mean, say that's how. I mean, we have to say if you are not getting the solution, just leave the problem. After a day or so, or even you may get the solution in your dreams. That is making best use of our best time. Then making use of the committed time. Yes, we commit our time, but all the committed time may not be used. Say you think that the principal will take 3 hours for his meeting, but say because he has some work, he may finish off the meeting in say 1 hour. That means you will have surplus 2 hours. Yes, you have to make use of that surplus 2 hours. Okay. Yes, sometimes the committed time may be left out, and we should be ready to make use of the left out time. That means our plans should be flexible. Then not the last, next factor is our health. Only a healthy person can use the time effectively. Therefore, we have to maintain our health. Okay, to do more work, to do quality work, health is a must. Okay, and illness is an interruption to what one does. Therefore, we have to keep our health, and unhealthiness robs our time and reduces the quality of our time. Say you get headache on a day. For some reason or the other, you get headache. Yes, we can't do any work on that day. Some other day you get a stomach ache. Yes, you can't do work on a day when you have the stomach ache. That means illness is a problem. We have to maintain our health. Okay. Yes, and therefore, say we have to be very cautious about our health. Okay. Our body is like a system. Okay. Our body is like a system, and a system is an assemblage of many subsystems in a systematic order. We have many subsystems. Our body is a system. Our body is a system because it has got many subsystems, and these subsystems are digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, like that. Okay, if one subsystem goes out of order, the whole person goes out of order. If you have some indigestion, yes, you can't do work. If you have some headache, you can't do work. If you have some other problem, yes, you can't do work. Therefore, health is very important. Therefore, we have to maintain our health. Then we have to manage our energy balance. We have to, I mean, to do work, we need energy. And the needed energy comes from the food we eat. Everyone is born potentially with the same amount of time, but varied energy levels. Our energy levels are different. Say some people can do work for 18 hours a day. Yes, there are people who can work for 18 hours a day. Yes, I mean, we are not like that. Our energy levels are not like that. Okay. And say the energy is the power capable of being transformed into work. Energy is something which can be converted into work. And therefore, to maintain energy, we have to eat quality food. We have to eat quality food with sufficient proteins and carbohydrates. Eat to live, but not live to eat. We have to live to eat. But sorry, yeah, we have to, eat to live. Eat to live, but not live to eat. Okay. And restrain from smoking, alcohol, and excess caffeine or tea or coffee. Okay. Yes, maintaining the energy balance is very important. To maintain the energy balance, we have to take the right kind of food with sufficient carbohydrates and proteins. Okay. Yes, then next, we have to have enough sleep. Get enough sleep. That is, people differ in their requirement of rest. Some people, as I told you, some people can work for 18 hours and some people can work for only 8 hours, something like that. Okay. But we have to sleep. We have to have enough sleep. Some people are, for some people, 3 to 4 hours of sleep is enough. Or some people will sleep for 8 hours, something like that. But say we have to sleep continuously. This sleep should not be intermittent. Okay. And avoid taking the rest during the day so that you can have a sound sleep in the night. Okay. Or lack of sleep would lead to physical, mental, and emotional issues. Therefore, we need to have sufficient sleep. Yes, decide how many hours of sleep and sleep continuously without any disturbance. Then do exercise. Okay. Regular exercise to keep ourselves fit is important, is necessary. Okay. Yes, some walking, body bending exercise, some yoga, meditation, such things keep us healthy. So those things, yoga or meditation will keep us healthy and they keep us in right mood. Okay. But nothing in excess. Okay. Regularity is very important. Do some exercise, body bending, yoga, meditation that keeps us healthy. When I say we have to make use of the time effectively, systematically, every moment, etc., etc., I'm not advocating that you have to be workaholic. Okay, you have to take rest. Body needs rest. Okay, yes, do not become workaholic. Travel whenever it is possible. You travel. Yes, talk to your friends. Go to hotel or have it. You can change your food habits. Go to beaches. Go on trekking. Play some sports. Okay. Yes, that is very important. You have to enjoy holidays. Okay. Making use of time effectively doesn't mean that you have to work 365 days. Yes, take a break. Go to some outing. Have some different food. Enjoy. Go for trekking. Okay. Say, when I was in my primary school days, we had a poem which says, work while you work and play while you play. Work while you work and play while you play. That is the way to be happy and gay. That means we have to work. When we are working, yes, work seriously. When you are enjoying, enjoy. Forgetting everything. That should be the motto of your life. Okay. Yes, we have to enjoy holidays. These are the different methods or techniques to make use of our time effectively, systematically. Okay. And what are the benefits of time management? Okay. When you manage your time, yes, our work stress is reduced because we keep on working. We don't keep anything pending. When we don't keep anything pending, we will not have any stress at all. That means time management reduces the stress, work stress. Because we follow time management, we plan our activities, we can do more work. We can do more work than expected. Okay. At the same time, we can be more relaxed. Okay. Because we continuously work without wastage of time, we'll have much time for the relaxation. Okay. We are more relaxed. automatically we become self-disciplined. When you concentrate on your work, automatically you become self-disciplined. You start thinking positively. Okay. Say, a student comes 10 minutes late. What teachers do, or what you can do, or what most teachers do, they blame the student for coming late. When I can come at 10 o'clock, why not you? Say, we blame the student for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and other 60 students will be observing. Say, we are wasting 10 minutes of all the students. Okay. We have to keep that in mind. Okay. And we also, lose our coolness by blaming the student. We lose our temper. Okay. We waste our time. We get into a bad mood. Okay. Yes. These things happen when we think negatively. Yes, think positively. He might have got some problem, therefore he or she is late. Allow the student to attend the class. There ends the matter. You are saving yourself. You are saving the time of all the other 60 students. Okay, you will be in a good mood. That means, start thinking positively. Okay, and your self-esteem gets boosted. Yes, you will have the pride of achieving something, pride of doing something different from your colleagues. Okay, your self-esteem gets boosted. You can be happier. You become a good example for others. Okay, we become good examples for others. I always tell, either we are good examples or bad examples. All of us are examples. All of us are examples. Either we are good examples or bad examples. Say there is a boy, Ramu, in your next house. Ramu is good. Ramu is studious. Ramu goes to the school regularly. Ramu is a rank student. What do you advise your kids at your home? You take the example of Ramu. See Ramu. We advise our children taking the example of Ramu. Look at Ramu. Be like Ramu. Study like Ramu. Yes, Ramu is again a boy in the neighborhood. He doesn't go to school. He doesn't study. He fails. Again, we take the example of Ramu. Don't be like Ramu. We say our children, don't be like Ramu, study well. If Ramu is good, he becomes a good example. If Ramu is bad, he becomes a bad example. Ultimately, we are all examples. Try to be a good example. Okay. And we automatically we become good examples. We are self-motivated and we achieve success in our life. These are the benefits of time management. Yes, friends, we were discussing the concept of what is time, characteristics of time, common problems that we face while using the time effectively, and how to make use of the time effectively. Hope the discussions would be of some